I got a phone call this morning and it was very disturbing, right? And I'm gonna tell you why this phone call was absolutely disturbing. It- the more money you make, the more visible you come, the more connected you become, because it's not just it's the circles that you start to become privy to. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to give you the details as to how you get connected in certain circles and things like that. Let me move this over here so I can see it. I'm not going to give you the details as to how you become, connected in certain circles. But as you continue to become more successful and as you continue to grow financially, connected emotionally, you start to become a part of certain networks. One of the reasons why I pray in the morning, and the first thing I do when I get up is I pray, and I pray for character, right? And I don't pray for more money. I don't pray for any of that. I pray for character, because character is the thing that will keep you despite the circumstances or the situations that you find yourself in. And so I was talking to one of my security that I carry with me in certain places, and I was having a conversation with him. And I only surround myself with great people, because I got a phone call this morning, and I was asking him. I said, "Hey, at what point do you hit financially to where you start to say, okay, I'm happy, I don't need any more," or what motivates you to continue to thrive and go for whatever it is your dreams are? Is it a car? Is it whatever?" And he said, "Anton, I just love what I do." And he was saying that, you know, I'm not saying that you, and he was telling me personally, because I really value the people that I keep around me, including the security. He said, "I'm not telling you to not continue to put that carrot in front of your face so that you can continue to be productive." He said, "But then at some point, you're going to have to pull back, because you starting to get into spaces and in realms where people are not right." And I said, don't give me the ooh shebang, give me the real. What are you saying? He says, there's people that you're starting to be privy to in rooms that you're starting to open. And he said, "I'm only telling you this because I got to keep it real." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You starting to open certain doors in which you're going to have a different level of character in order to separate yourself from all of these demonic people out here." And I said, "What do you mean by these demonic people?" He said, "Anton," he says, "I've seen a lot of things in my life." He said, "But the people at the top are more ruthless and demonic than the people that are doing crimes in these neighborhoods." Hear what I'm saying, y'all. Hear what I'm saying. The people at the top in a lot of these spaces are more demonic and ruthless than people that are doing crimes in these everyday neighborhoods. He said, "I done seen people carjack people." He said, "I done heard different stories from people that work in security with me of people that done killed people." He said, what I see in these doors that's starting to be open for you is that you're going to have to very, very carefully pick and choose who it is that you want to be associated with. Which then begs the question, right? How far do you go, or do you start to pull back, live in a space that you want to live in? Because I've already achieved a lot of different things that I've in my dreams, right? Do you just start to pull back, chill out, and just kind of move according to how you want to move? I'm not interested in being friends with everybody. I'm not. It's not a by any means necessary, by all costs situation. Let me go back to this phone call. So I got a phone call this morning, and basically they were like trying to invite me and give me a seat at the table in one of these spaces. And it just bothered my soul. Like, it bothered my spirit. And one thing that I've learned in my lifetime is that the minute that I start to go against what we call it our first mind, the minute that I start to go against what my spirit is telling me, what my spirit man is telling me, because contrary to popular belief, and I have no qualms about being absolutely forthcoming with who I am and what I stand for. Y'all all know that I love God. I love Jesus. I do cuss a little time, so they're going to call me the cussing pastor every once in a while in order to get my point across. But let's be very, very clear. I am saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. I've tarried very young. I got the Holy Ghost when I was 11 years old. I got put on the altar and I got the Holy Ghost when I was 11 years old. And so the thing that has kept me, and like I said, I'm very forthcoming. I have no airs. I have no secrets. I have nothing about me that I don't put forth, because I want you to truly understand why I do what I do, in addition to why it's important for you to learn from my mistakes and my successes. I got saved at a very, very, very young age. And at a very young age, my life was ordained, and I was always told what I was going to be doing. And even though I fought against it, and even though I didn't want to go that route, I've always known exactly what it is that I was supposed to be doing. Real talk. I've always known exactly what it is that I was supposed to be doing. Today, we're not having it. If you see any trolls, get them up out of there. If you see any trolls, get them up out of there. But the thing about it is, what's kept me is the early lessons and my foundation and my strong-willed nature to stay close to God, which is one of the reasons why I pray for character every single day. Real talk. So, I'm very carefully treading through and trying to sort through who's who. But more importantly, I just want to remind y'all that always go back to the core of who you are, because money is not everything. That's why we say don't love it. Don't make it your God. Money is a tool, and we are bag chasers. Let's be clear, because without money, you can't do nothing. But at the same time, don't sell your soul for $1. And just because somebody is looking to do business with you or somebody got a bag, don't mean that that's the thing that you're supposed to associate yourself with. Is much greater on the other side. How you get it is just important as whether you got it or not. How you got it is just as important as whether you got it or not. All right. So I just wanted to highlight that, and I wanted to tell y'all that before we got into the show. Because it's important for you to have character along your way. Don't sell your soul for $5. It's not worth it. I will never sell my soul for $5. I will never sell my soul. I've already been bought and paid for with a price. All right. So let's get into the show. Let's get into it. Shout out to all my people in Ohio. Says joined at the right time. You dropping knowledge. I'm gonna be real. I got to keep it 100. I got to keep it real. Thank you to all the super chats. Thank you to everybody that continue to hold me down. Terrell LMAO says, what's that statistic that says that most CEOs are sociopaths? That is true. That is true. Most of the people that I know that are incredibly successful, including a lot of people in upper management and CEOs, they are savages. They are absolute. And in a way, you have to be it, which is one of the reasons why a lot of women aren't in that position, because they have more of a nurturing spirit. And you're going to have to make some decisions that make some people uncomfortable if you ever want to get to the top. That's just the honest to God fact.